Hey Darren, and welcome to Rook by niallpoints with Niall and Tomas. That's not really you say hello.
Hello. Sorry, I'm just laughing at your attempt at speaking Dutch.
How bad was it?
It wasn't bad. You got all the words right. It's just pronunciation.
I can hardly pronounce English, so
Yeah,
there's a
it's
surprise.
a very difficult language to pronounce anyway. So
Well, if you can't guess already, we are back with another Eurovision 2025 reaction, looking back on the live performances. And today we are going to look at the Netherlands. Before we do that, do remember to subscribe to the channel, like this video, ring the notification bell, and go to niallpoints.com for all the links and content, etc., etc. They're also all in the description, so just click away.
yeah.
Now, I thought the Netherlands would be fun because it wasn't one of your favorite songs of the year. It did quite well, but it wasn't one of your
Mhm.
favorites. So I thought going
So
into
you
the
thought let's
contest at
torture
least.
Tomas and listen to it
Come on,
again?
it wasn't that bad.
No, it
Uh,
wasn't. It wasn't. It really wasn't.
But I thought it might be interesting to see how you reflect on it or what you think, how your thoughts changed. But let's just get into it. This is Claude and C'est La Vie. Oh, I forgot it started with this really sort of quiet moment. It's quite nice.
She sang to me, but I remember.
And it's really nice that it's framed so closely in, actually.
It is. And the lighting, like the spots that are going on the melody of the piano.
Yeah.
Very clever.
Oh, he's got some sass in his voice there, actually. This feels like the perfect song for summer. Like, I could imagine it on having a barbecue, a cold drink.
I'm assuming it probably is on at a lot of barbecues in the Netherlands this summer. This is the first time that I've sort of paid attention to the fact that he's got pearls on his jacket as well. He's not just wearing pearls around his neck.
Yeah, it's a nice little detail.
Yeah.
He's also got his bracelet.
Oh yeah. I like the violins here as well. Makes it more intimate.
There's this sort of mix going on between like classical, modern,
yeah,
but not in the way like we normally sort of see it at Eurovision.
No. Do you know what I was getting from this a little bit? Clean Bandit. The way that they sort of also combine modern pop music with like classical instruments like strings and stuff like that. See, this is a beautiful visual with the strings, the dancers. This works.
Oh, and he sounds great. And you can see the emotion in his delivery as well. Oh, I forgot about this moment.
I have to say, the demure parts where it's just him, like the slower parts, are my favorite parts of this performance.
Oh,
I remember that.
I forgot. Obviously, just such you can have a release a moment of emotion at that moment. You know, you're done. Everything you can do is done. Yeah. There's no stress. Well, there is stress, but there's no like.
Yeah, but the stress falls off at that moment.
Yeah.
Oh, it's sort of like yeah.
Just an absolute sort of relief at that point. Oh, I really like that, but I want to discuss with you. So obviously you weren't its biggest fan in the lead up to the contest. How did you find that your opinions maybe changed when you first saw that at the semi and then again at the grand final? Like, did you feel yourself warming to it?
Yeah, I think I said that like when we were in Manchester watching the semifinal, where I felt like it did grow on me slightly. I still don't. It's still not a song that I'm going to put on like on my headphones or in the car, whatever. But it did grow on me slightly. This is going to be controversial, but I said this at the start of the season, and I still stand by it that this was the fan wank of the year, where I felt like a lot of people were hyping this up as a potential winner, and for me, it never was. I never saw it as something that could win or even just break a top 5 or a top 10. It came quite close to a top 10 in the end, but like it didn't get the televote support that everybody thought that it would get. For me, this was always just a decent pop song, but it had its flaws for me. And a lot of that was sort of like diminished with the live performance, with seeing the full package. But there's still certain aspects of the song that I'm not a huge fan of. I'm still sort of struggling with a constant switching from English to French, English to French, English to French. It confuses me. It takes me out of the performances a little bit. And it never really stood out for me as a song, if you know what I mean. Apart from the fact that it was the Netherlands sending something in French, which is unique because it is not an official language in the Netherlands. So that is kind of something new for them to do. So it grew on me, but I'm still not crazy about it. But I did think the performance was beautiful.
Okay. I definitely disagree with you on one point, and that is that I don't necessarily agree that it was this year's fan wank, because I don't think it had enough people talking about it to consider itself fan wank. I mean, we obviously see a limited side to it on Blue Sky. We're not on Twitter anymore, but I didn't see as much love for. I saw people really enjoying it and stuff like that, but I don't think I saw necessarily people overhyping it or anything like that. So I would disagree on that point.
But that's, if I can intercept there, that's maybe because you'd follow different people than I do, because I definitely saw a lot of hype for it. This was not just tipped by the bookmakers as a contender or potential top 5. It was doing very well in the polls, and I kept seeing people over and over again on Blue Sky saying that this was a contender, that this was going to do really well, that this was a top 5, that this was their favorite song. So I don't think it's something to agree or disagree on. I think it's just that we maybe saw different things or followed different people. Like I said, it's just because I definitely saw those things 100%.
The only 2 criticisms that I have of this live performance, and the first one is not even really a criticism, but is slightly a critique, because I don't hate what he's wearing, but can we all please
I knew you were
just
say that.
accept that he is wearing pajamas? Like, those are satin pajamas. No,
I didn't hate what he was wearing. I thought it
me neither.
suited him. I thought the color suited him.
They just look like pajamas.
But here's the thing: I would never have thought of it as pajamas if you hadn't said that, because you said that at the very start when the rehearsal clip came out, or when his outfit was revealed. You said that, and then I couldn't unsee it. But I would never have thought that myself, because I just thought that he looked good in it. I thought the outfit worked. Especially for the genre of the song, I think it worked well.
He looks great in it. There's no denying that, and it does work well. I just still think they look like pajamas, and that's not a bad thing. It's just my opinion. The other thing is, there was those sort of more upbeat moments. I felt like they lacked something. If you think about the music video, those moments were full of movement and full of joy, and just felt a bit more uplift. I feel like there was just not tempo, but just some missing energy there. I feel like the energy could have been dialed up a little bit more in terms of the staging. Yeah, it was good and uplifting, but it just didn't really match the vibe for me.
Yeah,
Does
I
that make
hear you.
sense?
Yeah, it does because I feel the same. But then, like I said earlier, that is for me combined with the fact that I already didn't think it really stood out as much anyway. So I don't really know how they could have staged it differently. I feel like maybe one of the issues was the fact that the camera did a lot of panning around. It was a lot of circling him, which means you constantly get these not necessarily wide shots, but you get these shots where it was very bright and you could see the crowd the whole time, but there wasn't really much going on behind him visually. There were certain moments, but they were more the calmer and demure moments where he had really beautiful floral backdrop, or the scene with the mirror at the end and his, what I'm assuming was his younger self. The start of the performance was beautiful with the lighting. Like I said, that was, the lights were coming on at the the sounds of the piano. But the up tempo parts, like you said, they just sort of kept panning and panning. And I generally don't really like audience shots. I just don't think it works well, and it often takes you out of the performance. It worked fantastically for Erica Vickman, where it not only gave her an opportunity to run back to the start of the stage and climb that massive microphone, but it also worked where it was like the people were hyped up. And, in this performance, it doesn't work because the people were just sort of standing there and watching it, and they were enjoying it probably, but it's not like they were like, woo, do you know what I mean? Am I making sense?
Yeah, it was just the probably that took me out there. Okay. In terms of how they could have given this more energy, I feel like it's more in terms of maybe even in the instrumentation, they could have like given it a little bit more oomph. You know how you get the live versions?
Benny.
There is a dog outside.
Oh. So for those of you who don't know, that's Benny. That's Niall's doggo. Are you going to go get him? Or maybe he just really wants to be on this video. Hi, Benny. He can't hear me, but...
So, you're going to be good? Okay.
Probably not.
Yeah, so sort of like in terms of just the temp, like just emphasize it a bit more. That's maybe what I was missing. You get Latin live music. Erica's felt a little bit more lifelike. Even Germany, that's one that I think really gave it its all in terms, and it really like allowed the backing music to sort of pop. We didn't get that here.
No, I think visually they should have just stuck more with visuals on the LEDs and less so shots of the crowd constantly. That I think that's probably the main issue, because at the end of the day, once you get to the live performance at Eurovision, there's no opportunity anymore to change anything about the instrumentation. But sometimes the simplicity can work in music. We've had, if you look at Saudade, Saudade, which is also a very simplistic song sonically, not too much going on in the instrumentation, but that worked well for that song. And then the performance was beautiful. It was so intimate. Obviously, that was a lot more low tempo, but do you know what I mean? Like, if you're going to have those big explosive moments and those happy, joyful moments in the song, then you need to translate that to the stage. And I think that's where it sort of slightly failed here. But at the end of the day, it still came, what was it? Somewhere between 10th and 15th, I think it was.
Yeah, I think
left-hand side of the scoreboard.
I feel like
11th,
it was left-hand side.
I think you like 11th, 12th, something like that, 13th.
I can't find it right now. I accidentally typed Euro, and now I'm getting Women's World Cup or Women's European Championship.
And here's my brain thinking that you were going to say you were getting Euro dab, as if the whole world evolves around Eurovision.
12th, 175 points, which I think is still really good, and it came third in its semi-final.
Yeah,
as well. So I feel like it did do very well. I think it's I think it's a really nice song. I think it was really performed nicely. There's just a few little bits that I could have maybe been improved. Do you agree? Is that you agreeing or am I wrong? Okay, on you go. Go. No, okay. This has been a chaotic recording.
When is it ever not?
No, but this might be one of the most chaotic recordings we've had in a while. Right, I will go and take care of this one, and we will see you again in the next video. But before we do that, do remember to subscribe to the channel, like this video, ring the notification bell, and go to niallpoints.com. All the links are right there and down below in the description. And don't forget, Linktree, Eurovision Pod Crawl. We will be doing the pod crawl in 3 weeks' time. From when, just under 3 weeks. When
July 28th is the only thing that I know because you told me yesterday.
July 28th. Tune in Eurovision pod crawl on a Linktree and make sure you're following everyone else who's taking part. There's been some great episodes already from ESC Insight and Wind Machine podcast. So go check them out. And we will see you next time. Say goodbye, Benny. Bye. Goodbye.
Oh, and some balloons for Benny.